there's a coming of age thing that has happened to India from the mid 80s.
Mm-hmm.
We were actually under the anthropological lens of the West, of the Anglo-Saxon West, typically. I know some Catholic West also has done it, but English-speaking West was they've looked at us, through the lens, and they've analyzed how we live, our caste system. Francis Buchanan came here and said, how marriages are done, what happens when a girl, menstruates, and all kinds of stuff. But since the 80s, something happened, around the time India won the World Cup. Indian filmmaking, where near history was not taboo anymore. You could pick up near history subjects and put it to scrutiny yourself. Don't look at a Western view of it. Like even
Which film comes to
see,
your
even
mind?
Gandhi, for instance, it was not an Indian film, right?
Right.
But see films after that, and I'll tell you, say Neerja was one of those early films.
Yeah.
That was
About
like
the air
that.
hostess.
About the air hostess, right? So this film, Madras Cafe, was an exploration of what happened in 1991, being just done 20 years later. Very, very close. I will tell you the number of films I've done like that. Madras Cafe.
More contemporary films.
No, near history.
Near
films.
history.
Near history.
Okay, which was never touched before. Okay, Surarai Potru, Captain Gopinath's story. I've done Shakuntala Devi, which from Bengaluru person. I've done Accidental Prime Minister. I have done Talwar. I did a film called Youngistaan, which was actually, I had to play, I'll mention it now, Chidambaram. It was a spoof of Chidambaram I had to do. It was a very political film. It's all about now, all the film. I've acted in a film called Mulayam Singh Yadav, where I play Raman or Lohia. It never got a release.
And even Airlift, for example.
Airlift was
the
Kuwait.
the true incident.
I get called typically for those roles.
So why do you think this near
History.
Near history? Why
Because I think there's a great awakening, in India with a younger generation. They're not afraid of fast bowlers, they will, throughout his career, J.R. Vishwanath hit 2 sixes throughout. Till his last 2 years, Gavaskar hit only 1 6, 1 sixer, because it was almost like an insult to a bowler to hit a sixer. But today's young people are not like that. They don't care about
they
reputation.
don't have baggage, colonial baggage
and
on their mind?
and Bangalore actually really represents that. That's why Bangalore is not a good place for new cinema, because the Kannada cinema industry, whenever you do this podcast, I'll get so much hate mail, but I'll tell you, they actually say they're protecting the Kannada language culture, because what they say is, we have never allowed dubbing for a long time. They didn't allow dubbing, because we're protecting Kannada culture. This is what they said, but actually we're protecting a market, not a culture. They know the difference, but they're just bluffing.
For stories like this, keep following us. From Code to Culture, our podcast. Subscribe to our channel, follow us on social media.